Hey guys, okay, so today, so many good things to talk about. I feel like this video is going to be one of those that's just like, I don't say a mashup, but just so many good things in one. I have so many good topics to talk about, so many good things to show, some updates, a lot of interesting things to discuss. It's coming a thunderstorm, so if you hear it get a little moody, that's what's up, and it's a little dark because of that, but whatever, it's fine, right? I kind of like it when it rains during a video. It's kind of like relaxing. I have so many things to discuss. I have some new clothing items, not just like, hey, I went shopping, look what I got, which that's great too. I've been a lot smarter, I think, about buying clothes. We'll get there, I'll talk about it, but these are things, just a few things that are going to transition you into the fall because, you know, it's a very confusing time of year right now, like weather-wise. You want it to be, I mean, basically fall's just around the corner. Feels like fall because kids are back to school. You know, you're starting to like see fall things, you know, like in advertising and clothing, yet it is literally the hottest time of the year. This is the hottest point of the year, right at the end of summertime, August, and even the beginning of September. It is so hot where I live. And so it can get a little confusing, right? You don't want to go too like summery in things that you buy. Yeah, that's all you can wear right now, really. But you want to buy things that you can transition into the fall with, but things you can wear now. So we'll talk about that. I also have a few new makeup items that are so so exciting, but they're kind of like game-changing makeup things that I'm wearing today. Kind of like a favorites, because yeah, I'm going to talk about like some things that I'm into, tell you something that talk about like a few things that people have asked about recently, and we'll just get into all of it. I want to talk about my rings a bit because someone asked about that. Just some things that I've been really into lately, right? What we're into lately. And I was on the phone with a friend of mine yesterday, one of my best friends, and we were talking about just like, I don't know, like health things that we've been into, you know, as you do with your friends or whatever, and you know, someone that's just had a baby or that whatever. You just talk about like, you know, you look good, like what are you doing or what? And I have shared things here and there about my diet, which I hate to even say diet. I mean, it's because it's just so, I hear the word diet and I think it's unrealistic, or I have to stick with something that works, because ideally if you do something to lose weight, you have to keep it up or you will yo-yo. You'll get it right back. Nobody wants to, you know, if you work hard or you go to the problem of even you know, going on a diet or changing your habits, you know, and then seeing some results, losing weight, feeling healthier, whatever that means to you, whatever you're getting from a diet, you want to keep that up. What's the point? You know what I mean? So that's why diets have always been just a joke to me, right? You have to do something that you can maintain. And I have noticed a really dramatic result with something that I've been doing. And I was telling her and she was like, spill, like, tell me, like, I'm so interested. And so, you know, I'm telling her this and she's just so into all these details. And I'm like, yeah, like I would be too. So naturally, I'm sharing that with you guys. And in the past, I haven't been super specific about things that I've done. Some things have kind of been like, you know, I kind of tiptoed into something, or, you know, I started something and then I kind of gave you some details. But now it's been like, I'm kind of all into this, and I really do think that I know that it's working, and I've seen really big results. And it's not like a gimmicky thing. It's just something that I've been doing fairly long term now. Again, that's something else. Crash diet is just that. It's crash for a reason, in that it's not realistic. You're doing something like, let me drink, I don't even know what it is, cabbage water. Let me eat just nothing but tuna and boiled eggs. I don't know what the hell it is, but it's not realistic. That's not a lifestyle. Are you never going to go to a restaurant again? Like, and the second you do, you failed. Do you know what I'm saying? Or you feel like you failed. Nobody wants to eat like that forever. So I just feel like those things are, to me, unrealistic. I'd rather people do those things because they can drop weight quickly. You'll gain it right back, and then some, usually, basically all the time, because you're gonna go back to, you know, normal, whatever normal is for you eventually. I want those results with something that's like long term, where the, you know, weight or the changes in your body are gradual but kind of fast, like a couple months, you know what I'm saying? And it's something you can stick with, and it's something that will last. Do you know what I'm saying? Okay. So we'll get into that, and I just really want to share so many details on that. Thank you guys for being so supportive of the podcast. We're overwhelmed. I can't believe how many of you guys are over there. And this week we gave all of our details about homes we've bought, things that we've looked at, investments, real estate, and all of those details, all those things that I've talked about over the years here and there, but I've never gone into this kind of detail. Good, bad experiences being landlords, and just very in-depth, real stuff from Brad and I from the beginning. We like went step by step, and I know you guys always want that, or you always ask, like, you know, this, you know, I want advice with this or that, or renting or whatever, because we have touched on it over the years. So that's there. And then when we recently asked, like, what do you guys want to hear in the podcast, it was like overwhelming. Like, people wanted, you know, some people kind of wanted to hear that story. So that is the podcast from this week. We have 7 episodes up now. If you join, you'll get all of them. They're all ad free, and we do 1 a week, as well as like some, you know, I might post a photo here and there. Brad posted the photo of the like massive snake that he was wrangling like off of our front porch. It's just fun. I don't know. It's just a special spot that's kind of like a not so secret little club, but it is. It's like our special place. And if you know, you know. And we've just been having the best time. Let's talk about the favorites first, okay? So it's gonna be like kind of favorites, diet, but the diet and all of that is something that has been big in my life and changed, like something that I've been really into. Obviously, I'm really like excited about what I've been seeing and all of that. Okay, I have an update on my foot too, which is not good, which who cares, but okay, whatever. You're gonna see me in these like god-awful shoes. Well, they're not god-awful, but we'll talk about my foot too, okay, whatever. Let's talk about makeup first. So I want to do another makeup video coming up. And I say this every time, and every time I do a makeup video where I'm talking, but I'm sorry, it isn't completely so boring. I just used to do those makeup videos where it's just like, okay, now I'm doing this, now I'm doing that. That's great. And yeah, sometimes I'll do a makeup video where I'm just getting so deep talking about the products themselves, but like, I can't sit through that. Like, I want to watch someone doing their makeup and then also hear about their life, hear about something interesting, me be able to like listen to it and enjoy it like while I'm doing my makeup and not fall asleep. So those are the kind of makeup videos that I do. But part of that is, well, yeah, they're very real, but I feel like sometimes at the end, I'm like, oh my gosh, like I was so not focusing on even doing my makeup that I feel like it looks like crap. Like every time I do a makeup. So I always say I'm going to do one where I like really focus on it. And then every time I just hate the way my makeup looks, but it's the products that I like and use. I just don't like the way that I'm doing it on camera. Okay, whatever. But I really like the way it came out today because I didn't film it, which I might soon, but I want to share with you guys a few new products and something that is old. This is the lip product that I'm using. I love lately, like just a matte like lip look, you know what I mean? Like a liquid lipstick look, but especially going into winter and stuff, that is so drying on my lips. And I forgot how great this was. It's the Chanel, I can't hardly read it, Rouge Allure Ink Fusion. And it feels almost like an oil, like a serum, but it sets, you know, especially for winter. It's gonna be good. It's gonna stay on, but it's not gonna like dry your lips out. This is Beige Natural, and I will link to it because I believe this is on the Chanel site. I didn't see it at Nordstrom, but when I did go to Nordstrom to look for this, there are so many good colors. Like there's 3 that look very nude, but they're a little pinky. This is kind of like a brownie mauve-y nude, a mauve-y nude, okay? But I have to be honest, like I put them in my cart and I'm like, oh my God, should I just order the, I don't know, I love this lip product. I just think it's so good. And I'm really back into that. So my friend totally swayed me to get this, my friend Jen. It's the iconic Illuminator, and this is in Glow. And I was like, yes. She was like, it's like a filter on your skin. You know, it looks like one of those Instagram filters. And I'm like, yes. I mean, yes, sign me up. So I ordered it, and it honestly, like, it was so good. I didn't use any other bronzer or any other contour. I did use a blush that I will talk about. But you just put it on, like, I put it on my, like a drop on my hands, and then I just do it like that, and it blends in perfectly. But then I also put some on the back of my hand and then put it on with a beauty blender, and that works as well. So check that out. And I'll do a video demoing these soon. But a couple of weeks ago, I ordered these things. And Jen actually, when she was talking about these like iconic drops, she talked about a shade of this Melt Blush. And I had already ordered this one. And I would have ordered the one she suggested if I hadn't have already ordered this one. But I'm kind of glad I got this one. I really do like it. It's in Golden Hour. They smell so good. But yeah, I used it with my like fingertips, and then I also used just like a natural bristled brush on it and used it, and it was really nice. Now you don't need a ton of highlight with that because it does have a bit of like a dewiness to it, but I was like, why not? I'm just gonna like go a little further. And I bought this at the same time. Let me shake it up so you can see. It's the Melt Sex Foil, okay? And it's in Stargazer, and I used that today as well. Ooh. So I really like that, okay? So yeah, I'll do a video on that soon. A few things that you may have noticed that are new. I got some new sunglasses. So, oh my gosh, a long time. These were those that were really, I don't know if you could still get them. I know that they're like reselling now for crazy amounts. I don't know, they came in white, and this is like the black with the white detail. I've seen the solid black. I don't know if you, these are great. If you like Chanel sunglasses, if you like designer sunglasses and you're looking, get your hands on these if you can. Don't overspend for them, but if you're able to find them at from a Chanel, which I don't know, I think they kind of sold out. Maybe they have more, I don't know. Then I would get this pair. They are very good. But my friend got these, like, I want to say like 6 months, I don't even know, it was a very long time ago. She bought the black and the white, like she has a solid white, and she was wearing the white. She's like, oh my gosh, I love these, like you need to get these. And we kind of work with the same Chanel person, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna text her, I'm gonna get the black. And she was like, well actually, I don't know, I can't make up my mind. She's like, I feel silly that I bought both. And she's like, but you know, I don't know. And I was like, well, I'll take your black ones, I will buy them from you, you know what I mean? And she was like, well, I just don't know, they're so good. And the glasses are so good, and she loved the white, and that's what she wears most of the time. But she just couldn't like let go of these because they're that good. Well, then over time, you know, she didn't wear. And so then I was kind of like, well, dang, if she's gonna sell me her, I don't want to. I'll just wait. You know what I mean? Because I don't know. Chances I can get hers if she doesn't like them, whatever. And so, you know, I never like tried to get them from Chanel or anything. I like didn't tell my girl about them, or that I wanted them. You know. And then just the other day, she was like, okay, there's nothing not wearing them. Like, do you want them? And I was like, yeah. So I bought them from her. And so when people are like, if they see them and they think I don't know if you can get them. I'm guessing they're kind of hard to get. You can't really link to Chanel sunglasses because they're not, you know, you can't buy them online unless you buy them pre-owned, in which they're grossly overpriced. But the number of these are, okay, so it says made in Italy, 71414A S3755 3N. I don't know, okay? But they're very good. You know, I love talking about sunglasses. I love sunglasses. Let's talk about some of these clothes. Like I said, I've already kind of explained this whole like seasonal confusion, okay? Shout out to Arby's. Whenever I film, Brad and Livy will like, this one day a week when I film, Brad and Livy will like go on a picnic, or like they'll go out to eat or whatever, and then they'll bring me a Diet Coke. That's why I'm always like chugging on a giant Diet Coke in these videos. Okay, so let's talk about these clothes. I want to try on a few things. Like I said, it's tough this time of year because you want to buy things that you can wear now. I got probably the best jumpsuit of all time that everyone is going to need. You're going to look at this and say, is this Michael Myers? Is it like mechanics coveralls? Or is it like kind of J-Lo? And when you put it on, it goes from like looking like Michael Myers like murder suit to like, it's just, I'm gonna try this on first because it's that good. Oh my gosh, so good. So this is very stretchy. The material is just like dreamy. Oh, I've got to show you guys my steamer, speaking of, because one of these items is like a hot mess to steam. And I have a really good one. I might not bring it in here. I'll just link to the one that I like. Hopefully they still have it. I've had it for years. Steamer is a must. I don't know how people like live without a steamer at home. You don't need like a big one on a stand. Mine is nice, right? It's not too small and flimsy. It's not too huge. It is just right, because I've gone through some really bad ones over the years that just don't last. Okay, this, you guys, amazing. I will put the sizes below. It's one of, like I said, you put it on and it just snatches you at the waist, I feel. Like, do you see that? It's just comfortable. You can bend, you can snap, you can do whatever, and it won't like, it's not constricting. So I love it. Maybe I'll be Michael Myers for Halloween. You know, y'all know my Halloween outfits are like the most low effort ever. I wear the skeleton costume literally every year, and it's just a skeleton onesie. I also go grocery shopping in it like in the weeks leading up to Halloween, so there's that. But I might be Michael Myers. I'll get like a Michael Myers mask and I'll wear that jumpsuit. It'll still be kind of like cute because the jumpsuit's cute, but that is a must. Like, I love that. Okay, sorry. Now, I ordered a few things recently. I had a baby shower to go to. I had, you know, just the itch, like, I don't know why, but to buy some jumpsuits and some rompers. I don't know. And I think it's like this time of year, like I said, it's confusing. And I'm like, you know, I don't want to buy so many different pieces. I'll just buy some like all-in-one outfits. So I ordered, I would say like maybe 6 rompers and jumpsuits. And I returned all of them except for the black one, this one, and another one. And when it came in, this, I was like, going back immediately. It's one of those things like when you pull it out of the box, you're just like, I'm not even trying that on. And I've been so much more, I would say like smart, okay, or just thoughtful about, for one, things that I buy, okay? Like I said, I bought 6 jumpsuits, whatever. I didn't expect to keep them all. I don't, like, I'm not just going to round up, like, let me buy a whole entire fall wardrobe. Let me buy this, let me buy that. Even during the Nordstrom sale, the anniversary sale, I feel like this year I was so much more thoughtful. I didn't, you know, there were things that I bought that obviously I didn't show because I didn't show anything that I showed I loved. I kept or whatever, but there were things that I got that I was like, no, like things that I ordered and I ended up sending back. Over the years, I've kind of been bad. Like you get a box of something and you're on that high of like, oh, new stuff, and you get it out and you're like, yes. And sometimes you either just hang it up, put it away, you take the tags off, you forget. And then like when you actually get to the point where you want to wear it, and that's for me, if I don't wear something right away, I usually not gonna bother, you know what I mean? But you get to the point where you're like, dang, like I wish I hadn't taken the tags off of this because I want to return it. So what I do is I take things out of the box, I hang them up, and I put them on like my little like packing rod or a little corner of my closet until I'm really like in a mindset to try everything on, whether it's like later that night, the next day, whatever. I really want to try everything on and really be critical. Do I want to keep this? Is it worth it? And then you kind of are like not on the high of like, oh yay, I just opened new stuff and this is exciting, and oh, I love this, I love that. That kind of wears off, do you know what I mean? And then you can make like a really good decision and return what you need. But the point is this was one of those things that I opened and thought, nope, it's going back. And when I started trying on everything like the next day, I thought, I'm just going to try this on. Because I remember I bought it for a reason. It was really cute on the model. And yes, it looks like a paper bag, okay? Like a brown lunch bag. Y'all, this is so good. I don't know what it is. It's just the fit, the cut of it. It's like very, even the fit of it and the way that it's like cut around the top. I just love it. The sleeves, like the short, I just love everything about. First of all, you need a steamer, okay? If you get this, you gotta have a steamer because like what's the point? I need to get a rack for in here because I'm trying to talk about clothes in here or whatever, and I do a lot of my try on stuff here because, you know, I have like the room right here, like I'll set it up and all my stuff is just on the floor. It's on a chair and it's like I need like a rack. I think I'm gonna get rid of this lamp, like this black lamp, which I can put somewhere else. But I need like a rack or something where I can just hang stuff and then it'll be cute. I want like maybe like a clear one or just something that's not so like in your face. This is cute too. Now I didn't get this with those things. I've had it for a while. Still has the tags on. I didn't take the tags off because I love it. But it's one of those things that like I got as a swim cover up and then I just never wore it. I wasn't grabbing for it as an outfit. This is so cute, you guys. The perfect swim cover up. So light and airy, but it's cute enough to wear as an actual outfit, which I love, kind of a twofer. If you follow my Instagram, you saw me wearing this. It's this juicy couture jumpsuit. It came in black as well. I ended up getting the medium. And a lot of times like in a jumpsuit, I will, especially something like this, it looks like this type of material where like I'm gonna wear it, I'm gonna enjoy it, I'm gonna wash and dry it. Like I don't want to get something that's gonna be too tight. I sized up and I wish I hadn't have. I think just get your true size. I should have gotten a small, but it's fine. You know, it's still super cute, but I love this. And it is kind of in a thicker material. So yeah, you can wear it now and be comfortable, but I'm excited to wear this in the fall. This is gonna be a very like good transitional thing. So I really like that. And you can see me in that on my Instagram. I've already tried that on. I've already showed that. BaubleBar just released this Disney stuff. Now BaubleBar sends me things occasionally. When I saw these, I was like, I have to have these. Like I went on there, I was like, these are amazing. So we're big Disney fans. We just love the Polynesian Hotel. Like that's our favorite spot. And when I saw the little hula minis and the cute little like vacation looking minis, there you go. And then here, let me show you these up close again. I'm forgetting this camera is so good that I can actually show shit up close. Okay. And then look at these. Oh, Little snorkels. Sorry you have to look at my nails up close. They look terrible. Let me talk about quickly, because I want to end this, like I said, with just so much in-depth about the diet. The last half of this, literally I want to be about that. I love these shoes. You see me wearing those Chanel ones. They're called dad sandals. It's that people give them shit. Like, I don't care. They are so cute. They're so comfortable. I told you guys, these are very affordable, and they might even be more comfortable, but I like that you can, you know, somewhat adjust. You know, you can adjust them, and they're just nice. The Chanel ones, you can even adjust them more, but obviously, like, those I don't think, I mean, you can get certain ones that are Chanel ones, but if you're just going to try these, get these Steve Madden ones. I just ordered another pair in like kind of like this material, like a nubby. It's actually this exact material of these that I just ordered. And I'll tell you why. I'm going to be wearing these things all through the fall and winter because I cannot put my foot in anything enclosed, even a pool slide. And y'all know I love my pool slides. I told you what happened with my foot. I don't know, maybe it was like a couple months ago now at this point. This part of your foot, this right here, not like your big toe part bunion, like where you get a bunion, but this part on your pinky. I was standing downstairs, like on the hardwood floor. I just had all my weight shifted to one side, and I just felt an explosion in the bottom of my foot. I've told you guys this before. It felt like I stepped on like hornets, and it hurt so bad. It was stinging, and then it just totally went numb. And then it felt gross. It was weird. The next morning, it was like black, and I'm not being dramatic. It was like so bruised, and it was settling in my foot, like in different ways, like blood. It was gross, okay? Well, now the top of my foot here has, like when I stand, something that sticks out. I need to go get an x-ray. I'm well aware, okay? And also the bottom of my, how much can I show you my feet? Hopefully they're in good shape. Feels like I've got, now that it's healed, I don't know, feels like I've got like just something stuffed in there. It's just huge. Like my foot is bigger than it was. It's bigger than my other foot, and I just can't put it in anything. It feels gross to put it in anything. Even though these have straps along the side, it's better than putting the whole thing in because you can adjust it. And you guys, that's why, I mean, those Chanel ones have saved me, like honestly, because you can really adjust those even more than these, but these are wide enough where they're comfy. So I thought, okay, well, yeah, these will be fine to wear during the fall, I guess, when, I don't know. I can imagine putting my foot in a boot. I'm gonna have to like shove my feet into those Chanel boots that I bought, 'cause I've been so excited about wearing those, and now I'm like, how am I even gonna put my foot in those? I can't put my foot in a sneaker. I can't put my foot in anything other than a shoe like this, other than a dad's sandal, an orthopedic shoe. People make fun of these and say, oh, you're wearing orthopedic shoes. Yes, I actually am, and I'm glad that I have them because now they're actually coming in handy. But I ordered the nubby ones, which I think were on sale for like $34. I mean, I think they're like 80 something full price. I've seen them for 60. I'll try to find a link to some that they're just, oh my gosh. The nubby ones are super cute though, but y'all, I'm just gonna have to wear inappropriate sandals during fall and winter. And that's just what I'm gonna have to do. I heard you loud and clear about the handbag videos, and it was kind of like a little bit fishing. Like, guys, here's this handbag, isn't it cute? You wanna see some handbag video? What are people gonna say? No? Like, if you like watching my videos, you know I talk about handbags. We're gonna want some handbag videos soon, right? So I am gonna do some handbag videos, and I think the one that I'm gonna do is like a 5 best, 5 worst, and like get into some things, maybe some surprises. I'll talk about that later, and that I was going to talk more in this video about it, but I really want to get into the diet stuff because I think that's what is really going to be interesting and helpful here. Hopefully you guys saw some things that you liked here. Oh, and then at the end of the video, I'm going to give a little update on something that I spoke about in the makeup video, which had to do with the New York Housewives. And if you're like, Tiffany, don't care about it, then I'll do that at the end of the video, and you can, leave for that. But that's gonna come too. Let's, like I said, I just have too much to talk about with you guys. Diet, okay. Like I said, hate that word because to me it implies, yeah, I mean, literally, okay, what is your diet? It's what you eat every day. It doesn't mean that you're on a diet to lose weight, but I hear that word and I just have like, I just don't like it. I wanna call this an undiet. I don't think it's super groundbreaking, but y'all, it works. I had my daughter 6 years ago. I was like, what, 30? Prior to that, my whole life I've been pretty thin and I've never had any issues with weight, especially in my 20s. You know, as you get older, it's, you know, your metabolism slows down, you're gonna have more trouble. I think if I would have had my daughter at like 23 or 25, the weight would probably come right off and maybe I wouldn't have gained 70 pounds. Okay, gained 68 technically, but that's neither here nor there. It actually is, because it's a huge part of the story, literally. When I got pregnant, you know, even when I was just like, yeah, I'm gaining weight, who cares? And it wasn't like, oh, I didn't feel like my arms or my legs or anything. I was just huge and pregnant. Right when I had my daughter, I immediately lost, I think like 25, I dropped like 25 pounds just in the hospital. You know, an almost 10-pound baby, so much water, just, you drop that, you know what I mean? But I had a ways to go. I slowly maybe lost 5, 10, you know, I got to a point, but it was still a number that was 20 pounds more than I have been in my normal state, which we all have that weight that feels good to us. Not like, oh, this is super thin, because that's not even my super thin. I'm just saying it's the weight that I like to be at. It ain't been it for the last 5, 6 years, okay? And I call it a plateau, you know, and I have loved the way that I've looked over the last several years more than I ever have. So it's not like, oh, I'm not comfortable. I feel like I'm the same size, and I'm like 4, you know, I'm the same size I was before, but my body is different. It doesn't matter if you've got an extra 20 pounds, it doesn't always translate. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like I've gotten curvier. I feel more comfortable in my skin, but at the same time, it is something where I'm like, okay, I do want to tone my stomach. I want my stomach to look like it did. I'm not saying that's realistic. Oh, your stomach has to look like it did before. But, you know, that's where it always is tough for me. And I got Cool Sculpting, 2 rounds of it, which was amazing. And I still want to do something in depth about that. I feel like I did so much in depth on it on Instagram. I do have a highlight in my Instagram story about that. I did it at Aesthetic Specialty Center in Roswell. It was amazing. One of the best things I've ever done, okay? Got to go to someone that knows what they're doing so that you don't end up like lumpy and all that. But best. And I feel like it just gets better all the time, because slowly, I mean, I feel like by now it's probably all metabolized, but I feel my stomach and I can't feel that little layer. Do you know what I'm saying? And even if you're like, oh, she's kind of thin, you could still have a little bit of like a little fluff, which is great and fine. Like I said, I love my curves. I love looking curvier, but I wanted to get that off. And having that was good. I wouldn't, you know, no Cool Sculpting is going to like make you lose weight or that, oh, that's the thing. That's not the thing, okay? And I'll tell you what the thing is. Okay, I'll get there. But that helped kind of shape. Cool Sculpting, I'd say if you were just like really like, I cannot lose any more weight and I have a really just, I need to really do something professional about like the shape of my body or things that you can, liposuction's an option, you could do that. But Cool Sculpting is like if you have superficial, you know what I'm saying? Like if you're already kind of in decent shape, but you're like, I see my shape through here, but I just can't see it completely. Do you know what I mean? It was amazing. Great for my midsection. I did it on my inner thighs. I talked about that. But my stomach really, I could tell, like just looked, if you expanded a picture of a stomach, just imagine, not bad, but then like if you kind of shrunk it, that's kind of what my stomach, I feel like my belly button looks tighter. Not perfect, but it's good. Perfect for me, normal for me, and I was really happy with that. That was great. And that's part of the story, okay? But I've always kind of said I've been a little more like low carb in general. I've never been the person that loves tons of French fries or tons of rolls or bread. I don't crave a lot of bread with meals. If I go somewhere where I like the bread, I'll eat the bread. Then when I think about it, you know, I like snacks. I like pretzels, chips, all that shit, which is carbs, right? And sandwiches. And never thought twice about eating a sandwich with like a white bread bun. And I always felt like I was a little bloated. Even after having the Cool Sculpting, I was like, well, God, I can't do anything about my stomach. My stomach is just always, it never would feel flat. Do you know what I mean? And so I started taking a pre and probiotic, it's one pill, but it's called a pre-probiotic supplement. I take them on 8 ones. I love them. I would recommend those. They don't hurt my stomach. I'm not trying to sell that. I will link to them if you want, but you can get a pre-probiotic from any brand. So that ain't it, okay? I'm not trying to like sell you on that. Get a pre and probiotic. That cut my bloat better than anything I've ever used. It kind of works within your gut. And within 2 days, I looked at my body and I was like, oh my God, you know, is this just a good day? Is this one of those freak good days? Like where I look, no, it never came back. Okay, the pre and probiotic is magical. I take it every morning. And that one's kind of like a capsule in a capsule. Like there's some oil in it so it doesn't hurt your stomach. Okay. Oh my God, I thought my camera had cut off. I was like, okay, I'm just packing it up. I ain't doing this again. Like I've just been talking too long. Okay, thank God. Okay, so pre and probiotic supplement, great. So that helped with the bloat. So that's, I think, what has made my stomach look better. Okay, yay, cool sculpting, great. But the pre-probiotic, I think, if you don't want, I'm not saying don't go cool. I'm just sharing cool sculpting because it's part of my experience and I don't want to leave that out. I'm not saying you have to do that, but I'm just saying it's an option. That's part of my story. But that was a change for me, but it wasn't like, oh my gosh. I was still bloated AF, like, and I just couldn't, you know, and that helped me, the pre-probiotics. So wonderful. But then, you know, I started thinking I really need to, I'm going to try to cut out bread. Maybe that's what, because I would eat the bread, I would feel very, you know, even like gassy or whatever. And that's, I mean, my whole life I've had very sensitive stomach. Like I'd be in the car as a kid, like we'd go out to dinner and I would be dying on the way home. And I've had that like as an adult too. I have not had that at all since taking the pre and probiotic, which has been amazing. But I think, I don't know, like there's people that have like gluten sensitivities. I'm not going to say that. I'm not committing to a gluten-free diet by any means, but there's a lot of that in white breads and processed breads and white and I find even if I eat that, I have stomach problems and my stomach. So I just said, you know what? I'm going to cut out fries. I'm not going to eat French fries all the time, which I wasn't always, but like if I go through a drive-through with my kid, if I'm going through, you know, fast food here or there, as we all do, I'm going to get fries. I'll just skip that. They're not my favorite. I don't need them. But I'm also going to cut out unnecessary bread, buns, okay? Sandwiches. Now that doesn't mean you can't enjoy your favorite sandwich. I go to Chick-fil-A. My favorite thing on the menu is a deluxe spicy chicken sandwich. It's what I've been into, okay? With the cheese and everything. I go through and I say, can I have a deluxe spicy chicken sandwich, please? With extra pickles and extra lettuce. You don't have to say extra pickles, but I like extra lettuce, okay? You can say no bun. I like to order it with the bun. If the bun's going to be tempting for you, just say no bun. And everything will be in the box. And then you use the lettuce as your bun, and it is so good. And it's like you don't need, like the bread to me can be tempting. You look at it, smells good, but it just doesn't do anything for the sandwich, okay? I'll just be honest with you. Like, you can have a yummy sandwich without bread. You can, and that's what I've been doing. You can go through and get anything without a bun, but I like to leave the bun on it because sometimes, like, if you get the extra lettuce, it will leak through and the bun kind of soaks it up, and then you can just ditch the bun or feed it to your dog. That's what I do. My dog eats the bun and he's real happy about it. So, okay, that. And then, like, for a side, I'll get the kale crunch salad or whatever. I've always loved that. Even get coleslaw somewhere. I am not someone that's like, oh, I can't eat mayonnaise. I'm not eating ranch dressing. I'm not eating cheese. Nope, give me all the fatty foods. I'm not calorie counting. I have lost 10 pounds in the last month because I've been really strict the last month with no bread. I don't say no bread, okay? We'll get there. No buns, no unnecessary bread, no fries. Potatoes are very carby. Carbs just, some people that might work. Carbs do not, carbs work against me, okay? That's what causes, you know, for me. I eat sugar, fruit, you can have wine, have whatever you want. I've lost weight, not cutting out wine, not cutting out cheese, not cutting out mayonnaise, not cutting out, you know, certain sweets. I'm not saying go crazy, but I'm saying don't get the bun. And if you look at the calories, and calories are a part of it, okay? Buns add so much calories, they really do. Now, I'm not a zero carb person. I love pasta. I eat carbs in the form of pasta, maybe once a week, maybe once every other week. I'm not just gorging out on pasta. If I go somewhere where I love the rolls, which is not many places, if I go to Stony River, I'm gonna eat at least 3 of those little poppy seed rolls, which are like donut holes. Okay, gonna eat those, and it's not gonna affect me, it's fine, right? Because I'm not doing it all the time. I'm not compounding that with like, tomorrow I'm gonna have a sandwich, I'm gonna have this, all this bread. Those are fine. We went to Red Lobster not too long ago. I got down on like 2 or 3 Cheddar Bay biscuits and I did not feel at all guilty about it. Hate to even use a scale as numbers, but I'm saying that is what I'm gauging this by. Not that, oh, I've got to lose 10 pounds or not, but I'm just saying that is what I'm gauging this by. And I feel like I'm going to probably lose, I feel like I could probably lose a little more. I don't really want to, but I'm saying if I stuck with this, this is something that I think you will notice something from. Do not cut carbs out of your life, because I think, to me, and I don't say don't, if you want to do it, okay, but for me it's not realistic, and I do need to live, and I want to, you know, you do need a little bit of that, which, like I said, I eat a little here and there, but I'm not eating buns all the time. I'm not eating fries. I'm not getting down on like massive like snack bags of pretzels and chips. I will link to the chips. I'm a salty snacker. These Quest chips, you guys, you get them, and I've talked about this before, they're so good with salsa, just good to snack on whatever. You get them in the section of Target where the Quest bars are, and they come in a big bag. I love the loaded taco, the chili lime, and the Cool Ranch. They also have a nacho cheese, which is pretty much just like a Dorito, you know what I mean? But I don't do like orange cheese stuff. I have not been able to do that since I had Olivia. That was one of my food aversions, and I just still can't look at like a Cheeto or a cheese puff or anything with orange cheese. This was like, it's like puke to me. Okay, but those are good, right? They're very low carb. You know, it's just, I'm not saying, oh, I'm just gonna eat only meat. I love vegetables. Don't think you're doing yourself, I mean, it's healthy, it's a healthy snack, but if you are experiencing like bloat, or you're trying to maybe lay off of so much of just the raw veggies. I loved cooked veggies. I love a salad. I mean, I'm not gonna say don't eat raw veggies, but I'm saying maybe just don't say, oh, I'm gonna snack on a giant plate of carrots. But I hate to even say that, because nothing's better than like take a cucumber, cut up a cucumber, some onions, tomatoes, some ranch, and some bacon and Parmesan cheese. I love that. Maybe forget that advice about the veggies, whatever, eat whatever you want. But yeah, cutting out that, and you might think like, oh, unnecessary, but like, what are you talking about? That's not extreme enough, you guys. Honestly, it's different enough in my diet and different enough to my body where, yes, I lost 10 pounds. I haven't weighed myself in like that I feel good. I feel like I feel like it's probably gonna keep moving. I don't want to, but I'm not saying like I want to lose more weight, because I don't, but I'm just saying like, I think you could really, if you are trying to lose a substantial amount of weight, I think this is a good way to do it. So I don't want to say extreme, it's different enough where your body will do something about it. You know, you'll lose weight, I feel, personally, like, in my opinion. But it is realistic enough where you're gonna stick with it, where you can go through a drive-through, you go through somewhere, like say you go to like I said, Chick-fil-A, fried chicken all day, give me all the fried chicken, okay? Like we go through probably once a week, I get a giant thing of fried chicken, like from the deli, like, so I'm not saying that, to me, I'm not so like, oh, I can't do fatty things, I can't do fried chicken, I'm not doing that because gross, like I'm not gonna eat grilled shit all the time, I gotta have myself, and I lost weight and my stomach is staying super flat because I feel like it's the bread. I feel like it's the carbs, okay? That's what I'm doing. Through Wendy's, you know, I'll get a taco salad. I love a taco salad from Wendy's. It's one of my favorite things ever. I don't use the chips on it because I just don't want them. You know, do that. I'll put all the sour cream on it. Oh, the chili, you know, I'll take like the chunks out of the chili and put it in. It's cheese. And I'm not tempted. I'm not like, oh, I'm dying for this piece of like bland bread, or I don't feel like I'm missing out on anything, but it is a change, right? My body has changed. And I think it's a good thing to do. I know if I watch someone that I like, I'm going to be influenced by what they're saying. I don't want anybody to do anything drastic. And I don't think this is. Like I said, you have to have, in my personal opinion, I feel like I need a little bit of carbs. Do you know what I mean? In different ways. In some pastas that are healthier. In, you know, I don't know, certain things I like here and there. I don't feel like I'm breaking anything when I have a piece of bread if I really want it. But I'm not just like, oh, I have to have this piece of bread. I need just to take a bite out of this bun. I don't want those. Like, they're not adding anything to what I'm eating. Do you feel me? I hope so. I hope you see what I'm saying. I have my smoothie every morning. If you did not see that video where I make my smoothie, check that out, because I feel like that's been a big part of staying on track. I also talk about my probiotics in there, pre-probiotics. But yeah, I do that smoothie in the morning and it fills me up, and I'm not hungry for a very long time, and then by lunchtime I make a healthier decision. So don't be afraid to order stuff without buns. We went to Chili's the other day. We were by a Chili's and we're like, let's go to Chili's. Like, we had not been to Chili's in years, and I got this burger. I think it was called like a Chef Alex's burger or something. I forgot exactly what it was called, but it was I got it without the bun. I just ordered a Chef Alex burger with no bun. And they're like, perfect, yeah, whatever. And they bring it out in this tray. It was cute. And it's just literally all the burger stuff. It's not weird to order it without the bun, okay? The burger was so good. It had, I think, like white pepper jack cheese. It had avocado, cilantro, and jalapenos, and the sauce on the side that was so good. We ordered chips and salsa, and I ate some of them. I'm not like, oh, if I go to Mexican, I can't have chips. I can't do this. Hell no. No. Okay, those kind of chips, those are good. Okay, those are all good. I'm telling you, cutting out the potatoes, cutting out, and I'm not saying, oh, this pasta has a potato ingredient. No, I'm just saying, like, I'm not eating potatoes. I'm not eating French fries. I'm not eating unnecessary sandwich breads, hot dog buns, whatever. We had a cookout a few months back with some family, and I made a burger and I had my hot dog without the bun, and it wasn't weird. It was delicious, okay? And it wasn't like, oh, I'm missing out. Like, no, I don't give a crap about the little white, like, sandwich bread, okay? Do you know what I mean? So I don't feel like I'm missing out on anything, you know? Because if I said no bread, then I'd feel like, ugh, that sucks. I'm gonna eat bread when I want to eat bread, but I'm just not. Do you see what I'm saying? The good bread that's worth it. I'm only gonna eat the shit that's worth it, okay? We're not eating unnecessary bread, okay? We're not. So you guys, that's it. Other than, I said that I was gonna give you guys a little update on a topic that we touched on in the last, in the makeup video that I did last. And I talked a lot about the housewives, and most of the time when you guys see me talking about that, it's like we're excited to talk about it. I feel like it's not just like, oh, let's talk about the drama between these women. That's not what it is this year. It's about racial issues. It's about interesting things. It's about the like Girardi, like huge case that has to do with like really serious things that we're kind of following. It's interesting television, okay? We talked a little bit about that in the last video. And I watched, just quickly, like I said, this is going to be the last topic of the video, so if you don't want to hear about it, whatever. But Real Housewives of New York, with everything that's going on in that season, you know, we talked about it in the last video. And what I really am interested in this season is seeing how they're going to progress and seeing what they're going to do next. And after watching this last episode this week, which was the second part of the Black Shabbat dinner that they did, they called it Black Shabbat, I will tell you, my opinion's changed. Not that like, oh, I ever like liked Ramona, because I think she's a hot mess. And like I said, we watch these garbage situations, and a lot of times these people that are not great. It wouldn't be interesting if everyone was just these perfect people. You have the protagonist and the antagonist, people that you like, people that you don't like. And it's kind of like I said a long time ago, compare it to sports, right? This is my team. This is my favorite franchise. This is who needs to go. This is who needs to stay. And you have your good players and your bad players, people that you like, people that you don't. And I'm like, how are they going to go forward with New York? And my opinion was, they got to bring back what used to work. You think about like the old nostalgia of the show or what used to work. And yeah, Ramona was a part of that. Sonia came in, I think, like a few seasons in. Luann. And you think of these old people, and I'm like, I want that back. You know what I mean? But they're not working right now, okay? You've got some new people that have been, you know, controversial. I would have loved to have seen Ebony with, and not that I don't like Leah, but I think it's more so Leah, like I said. I would love to see Ebony without that, but then also, I think that would have been more interesting, because you cannot blame all of this on Ebony, as we said. We've already talked about it. But my final thought on that last video is I said, you know, I don't even know if I would get rid of anybody. I would just bring back some old blood, like Dorinda and Bethany. That would be like the dream, even though Bethany, like I said, isn't my favorite person like on other things or whatever, but she is good on that show, okay? She is like gold on that show. So I'm watching it, and I'm realizing this last episode, it's clear to me what they're gonna do. Producers are not, I don't want to say they're not stupid, but you wonder like, why on earth are they editing? Why aren't they, see, like maybe, you know, the audience isn't, there's certain things that they don't like. Why are you still like making, regardless of what you say, the ratings are the worst they've ever been. Like the show is like tanking, and it's an embarrassing number. Like I said, 700,000 people. The lowest franchises, not just New York, but the lowest rated franchises are higher than that. Do you know what I'm saying? And this is New York, so it's crazy. Awful, okay, awful numbers. So whatever they're doing isn't working, okay? But I figured out, if they were going to keep these people, if they wanted this to work, they would be making these women look amazing. They just would be. last year was tough to watch with some of the Sonia stuff, and she's back, and it's worse than ever. Like, they're showing some really messy stuff with Sonia, and it's, you know, Ramona is always, part of her thing is like, she's inappropriate, she says dumb, like just the worst stuff, right? Years and years she's been like that. Like, that's her character, and that's who she is, right? Audience like loves to hate that, or loves to kind of see just the reactions, just over the top, right? But this is the first time I've ever been like, wow, like, yeah, Ramona had some bad moments. Well, they didn't clean that up, and like, okay, we're not gonna show that. They are like doubling down on the terrible Ramona footage, on the Sonia stuff. You know, Luann is kind of like, this season, I don't know. But I will tell you, there's no way in hell that Ramona and Sonia are going to be back. That's just my opinion. I don't know what they're going to do with Leah. I would honestly say maybe Leah's going to go too. I just think there's nothing that interesting. She's not sharing, like, you know, a messy relationship. Or not even a messy relationship. A good relationship. She's not, it's just odd. She's, you know what I'm saying? She does have interesting stuff going on, but it's just not enough. It's not what some of these women have shared in the past. And I think that Sonia's going to go. I think that Ramona's going to go, because there's no way in hell they're going to keep them after what they've showed. And I think it's very, at this point in the season, they kind of, I think, know what they're going to do. Usually I don't think they do, but I think they do in this case, because the ratings are so bad. The network knows it, and they know that they have to do something about it. So I think that they are setting this up so that the audience is so ready to get rid of Ramona and Sonia, and so ready to end that when they're gone, people are going to be like, yes, I can't wait to watch New York again. That's the only explanation I can think for, I don't want to say making them look this bad, because they are doing all of this. And I think over the years, they've probably done and said much worse. But as with all of these, they just don't show all that. The producers aren't wanting to tank the show by making these women look terrible. So I think that in a lot of cases, especially with Ramona and Sonia and all this stuff over the years, there's a lot that they catch that they don't show. But the fact that they're showing them in such this, I don't want to say terrible light, because it's actually what they're doing, but I think that they're setting it up to where the audience will be like, yes, I'm so happy they're gone. And then I wonder what's going to come. I really think Dorinda's going to be back, because I think that's the only thing that they've got. If they bring in new people, I don't think that's enough to make people excited to watch for a new person. People want that old, something old that they loved back, you know. So I think that they'll bring back Dorinda, and I think that Sonia and Ramona will be gone, and that's going to be very interesting to see for the first time in a long time. So I think that's what's going to happen. I think that Ramona and Sonia are going to be gone. And I think it's probably for the, I think at this point it's probably for the best. So anyways, you guys, just wanted to kind of share what I thought about all that. I know this was a long video, a whole lot of stuff, but I just really wanted to share all these things with you guys. So many good things coming up, and home videos coming up. It's just like sometimes I buy these things, or I want to talk about something, and I'm like, I can't put that off. But the home stuff can wait. So I promise that's coming up. I have so many great things to share with you guys. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you guys so much for all the support, and I love y'all so much. And I will talk to you very, very soon. Bye, y'all.